Good morning. I'm in Austin, Texas for the AAMC Learn, Serve, Lead conference, as well as the DOCS or Directors of Clinical Skills conference, at which I am presenting a poster. It was a little bit of a trek to get here. I had to go through 4 airports and get on 2 different planes, but it worked out really well. I made it here. I'm staying with one of my mom's former students who ended up moving to Austin, and they live not too far from here, so it's been really convenient. I'm really liking it so far. I love the warm weather. As you can see, it's beautiful and sunny outside, unlike the 40-ish degree weather of Connecticut at the moment. I'm gonna enjoy the sun while I can, get out, see a little bit of Austin, and then enjoy the conference as well, and hopefully learn more about medicine and education and all of that fun stuff. It's gonna be a good weekend. Hello again. I'm in the middle of the Family Medicine Educational Consortium Conference in Rybrook, New York. I'm currently chilling in my hotel room. I'm sharing this room with another third-year medical student who's actually from Virginia, but she is not in the room right now, so I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to do a little bit of filming and think over the conference so far. This conference is geared toward family medicine educators and learners in the states around this area, which include New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, Maine, Delaware, Pennsylvania. There's a couple of others, I think. There's a residency fair specifically for students, all of whom attend on scholarship. There are tons and tons and tons of workshops and events and seminars, different interactive activities. There are plenaries every single morning, which I only learned what the word plenary was a couple of weeks ago. I'm still exploring my interest in family medicine, in academic medicine, so this is all a way for me to just learn more about the specialty and some of the educational programs within it. I've attended some talks on specialty care within family medicine. I've learned about women in medicine and how to juggle having a family, having a career, and all of that stuff. I went to a workshop on the residency application process itself. I've been learning about how to talk to residents and residency programs and what kinds of questions to ask and how to differentiate between these programs, especially because at first glance they all seem kind of similar. So it's been a really educational experience. This has been my second conference in 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy, but I am grateful to have had so many great educational opportunities, although in a little bit of a compressed time period. And it's just nice to know that there are so many physicians out there who are excited about having students and hearing what we have to say as we enter our careers. Okay, I'm gonna go have dinner and enjoy the rest of the conference. Holiday season! I'm filming this at the end of our November Flex week, or more like Flex days. We basically had 2 days on campus where We got a bunch of orientation sessions about fourth year and how to make our schedules. It was a lot of information, and a lot of us are kind of stressed out, which is not a good way to be when the holiday season is here. I did get a chance to meet with my career advisor, who answered a lot of the questions that I had about fourth year scheduling, so I'm feeling a little bit less stressed out about the whole thing. Anyway, back to the main topic of this video, my pediatrics rotation. First off, I already gave a lot of my thoughts about the pediatrics rotation in general in my previous video, so you can go and watch that before watching this one. Long story short, I did enjoy my pediatrics rotation. I've always really liked working with kids, and this rotation was no exception. The patients were great, I enjoyed talking to families, all of that was really good. Plus, as I mentioned in my previous video, my preceptor did a good job of introducing me to some of the realities of practicing medicine these days, which I thought was a really useful experience. I mentioned this before, but I feel very strongly about the importance of preventive care. I could do well child visits all day, which I know a lot of people don't feel that way, but I really enjoy well child visits. I like seeing healthy children, playing with them in the exam room, learning about all of the amazing developmental milestones that they're reaching. The main question that I was trying to answer during this rotation is, do I like pediatrics enough to forego the rest of adult medicine? At this point, I think the answer is no. I like children, but I also really enjoy taking care of adults, and I like learning about how human bodies change and how diseases emerge throughout the lifespan. For a lot of my medical school career, I've been kind of struggling between family medicine and pediatrics, which one I liked more. And at this point, I am leaning toward family medicine, which is pretty exciting. I really like pediatrics and everything that it stands for, and I don't want to lose that. At the same time, I still really like adult medicine. I like the idea of not having to let go of my patients once they reach the age of 18 or 21 or whatever the maximum age limit is for pediatric practices. Looking ahead to the rest of the year, my next block and my last clinical rotation of third year is obstetrics and gynecology. Then after OBGYN, I study for step 1, which is terrifying, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think OBGYN will help flesh out my interest in family medicine actually, and it'll help me determine whether I want obstetrics to be part of my practice in the future. This video is already getting pretty long, what with all my footage from the AAMC and FMEC conferences, so I'll close out this video here. My next video in December will be partially about the OBGYN clerkship and probably partially also about the holidays. I will finally be going home to San Diego for a week or so, and then we come back to school for a couple of flex days again, where we have to do the usual going on campus and listening to people talk at us kind of thing. But that's okay. It's a little bit of a break from all of the clinical stuff. Thanks for watching my November video, and I'll see you in the next one.